Well, well, just the gal I wanted to see. I've got a bit of a favor to ask. You know that special sword you fight with? Well, I was wondering if you'd let me take a peek at it.
Sure, if you want. Can't say I expected this kind of interest coming from you, though. It'd be one thing if it were Dimitri or Felix asking. You know how they get about weapons. But you?
You do remember I'm the heir to House Gautier, don't you? I've been studying the art of combat ever since I was just a kid.
Well, you always skip out on training, so... Anyway, here. This work?
It sure does. What a weird sword. You know what it's made of? It doesn't look like iron or steel to me.
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I have no idea.
What about how you can make it appear right out of thin air? Is that some sort of magic?
Nah, not exactly. It kinda just comes to me when I call it.
Well, that's vague. One more question then. Would I be able to use your sword if I wanted to?
Doubt it. The thing vanishes the second I let go of it. But hey, why do you want to know so much about it anyway?
I guess I was just thinking how nice it'd be if there were more weapons like yours out in the world. You know, a hero's relic can take down hundreds or even thousands of soldiers in a single swing. Depending on who's doing the swinging, of course. But as soon as the wielder dies, that's it. If you don't have a crest, it's nothing more than a fancy-looking hunk of whatever they're made of. Of course, that wouldn't be an issue if everyone could just use a sword like yours.
Maybe so, but that doesn't make it possible. I mean, there's still so much even I don't know about it.
Right. It's not like you can just make a second one or something.
That's actually a pretty interesting idea. You've given this a lot of thought, haven't you?
Hey, you're talking to the future Margrave Gautier here, remember? Of course I'd think about this kind of stuff. After all, us nobles wouldn't have nearly as much work to do if everyone could fight with the relics. And then I could spend all my time flirting with you instead.
Yeah, not interested. Don't make me tell Ingrid about this.
Harsh, though I do like that about you. Come on, let's see that sword of yours a little more.
Cut them all down.
For House Fraldarius.
I'm ready.
I can do this!
Understood. Don't fall behind.
We have no choice but to finish this quickly.
I'll do what I can. We march. I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
We must act now, before let us see what...
I'll give it 1000%! Leave everything to me.
Let's begin.
It's...
Stay strong! We can win this!
no mercy.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
That went well. Unsurprising.
No, not yet.
I brought this stronghold to its knees. We must act now, before the worry sets in. Let us see what we can do.
Just watch.
Let's do this.
We're done for. The rest is up to you. Well, what's next?
You like that?
I hope it was enough.
Still fight. No, not yet.
I face my comrades after this.
That was practically a stroll through the park.
You're finished! I'll give it 1,000%. Leave everything.
I'm going. This ends now!
Let's do this. This ends now. Somebody help me.
Let's begin.
Let me at him.
I'm all right.
No backing down.
I'll do it.
I won't ever forget your kindness.
This ends now!
Looks like that's it for us.
Thank the goddess it worked.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough. Success. I'm still standing.
I'm ever chasing Lambert's shadow. The more I'm capable of, the more I can help His Majesty.
Curse that doddering old fool. Striking out on his own was idiotic to the utmost degree. Had he only been more patient, we could have all joined with the Imperial Army's main corps and mobilized as one cohesive unit.
It seems the kingdom's offer of shelter to the Central Church incensed him to act. You know how deeply Lord Lenato's hatred for the Church and their kind has festered. ever since the day they brought a blade down on his son's neck.
But what of his adopted son? Wasn't he made a knight of the royal family? For a time, he served the Grand Duke of Etha as well. I can't possibly fathom what the man is thinking.
Really? The matter seems rather open and shut to me. He possesses a burning hatred for both the Church and the Archbishop at its head. Just as they deserve the ultimate punishment in Lenato's mind, so too does the king, who has chosen to take them in.
If only he'd slowed down for a moment to consider how his ridiculous actions would affect me. I carried out my betrayal of the kingdom with the promise of imperial protection of our territory firmly in sight. That will, of course, all be for naught if this ends with our lands razed to the ground and my head skewered on the lance of the enraged King of Fargus.
I imagine he will be quite angry. Yes. We should prepare ourselves for what's to come.
If Lord Lenato and his men fall, Aryan Road is sure to be met with a siege. In which case, we hand it back to the kingdom. A peace offering, if you will. But if Lenato emerges victorious, we defect to the Empire as planned. Both sides covet the fortress. Whichever way the winds of war blow, we only need match them to stay afloat.
Are you sure, Your Excellency? Normally you'd balk at such cagey behavior.
Don't play dumb with me, Gwendol. You've said it yourself. There will be no shame in surrender as long as you fight tooth and nail to the end.
Time to work you into shape.
Have I regained my true power?
I can't wait to test my newfound strength. Time to work you into shape.
Had I such room to grow?
They say
This can't wait to see how you do.
care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Stuck with you again? Fine, let's get this over with.
Indeed. We should finish this quickly for both of our sakes.
We all must do our fair share.
Have to do my best.
I can do this!
Then I'll be off.
I can depart at once. Stay alert, everyone. It'll be a huge step forward if we can just hold our ground.
I'll do my best. Let's move.
I'll give it 1000%. Leave everything to me.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to...
Begin the operation. The situation is not in our favor. Let us proceed with caution. Begin the operation.
This moment.
We need to move fast. Attack! Leave everything to me. Begin. Our orders are clear.
I'm a little nervous about this. I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about...
We will proceed as planned.
Here I go!
I'll handle
We're done
this.
for. The rest is up to you.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
This is not yet the time for celebration. We will proceed as planned.
We need to move fast. Attack! Begin the operation.
A taste more bitter than blackest coffee.
We did it!
You shall pay for this. Do you hear?
Begin the operation.
I'll do my best.
You shall pay for this. Do you hear?
Have to keep the momentum going.
Thank the goddess it worked.
Sorry, I gotta fall back.
On to the next then.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
We will proceed as planned.
Not losing to anyone!
Just watch.
will proceed. We will proceed as. I will move to assist.
Begin the operation. Allow me.
I do hope you'll make this fun for me. Let's take it for ourselves. You shall pay for this, you hear?
Begin the operation.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Now die!
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Let us take this stronghold.
No mercy to offer our enemies.
There won't be anything for the rest of us to do if you keep that up, Your Majesty.
We will proceed as planned. I will move.
I'll do my best.
I'll handle this. Shore off our defenses.
Let us press our advantage.
This ends here!
Yes, we did it!
That should do it.
I got this!
Just take a breath.
It's not over.
Whew, we did it!
I'll hesitate no longer. I'm glad to be of use.
Huh. So House Yvonne is actually just a branch of House Blathid?
Yes, though really, if you trace any noble bloodline back far enough, you will find most of them are related in one way or another.
For example, Duke Yvonne possesses the crest of Charon, while her grandfather possessed the minor crest of Fraldarius. Yet another of her ancestors bore the crest of Blathid, which is passed down through the royal bloodline.
So you just gotta have a crest to inherit the family title, huh? Doesn't matter which one it is?
In general, yes. The nobility used to be more particular about their requirements, but that is in the past now. Since the houses all keep intermingling, none of them really have a pure bloodline anymore. Meaning they don't get to be picky about which crests they get. Though in truth, the main reason why crests are so valued is because they allow their bearers to wield the hero's relics, passed down through generations. In other words, one who possesses a crest compatible with the family's relic is much more likely to inherit the family title.
Huh. Speaking of, you're the heir to House Galatea, but your crest comes from another family, right?
Yes, but my house is a little different from the others. We originally split off from House Daphne in Leicester, you see. And at times in our history, crest bearers have been passed over entirely for the inheritance.
Ugh, can't you just pick a rule and stick to it? Why do you nobles always have to make stuff so complicated?
Complicated or not, this is important knowledge if you are going to keep serving His Majesty. If you stay ignorant, the soldiers you command will lose respect for you, and His Majesty's reputation will be irreparably damaged.
I can't help it. I'm just a plain old mercenary.
Maybe so, but you have been installed in a position of great responsibility. That excuse won't work here.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, right. You're the legitimate heir and you have a crest, which means you're gonna inherit the family title someday. But what about all that talk of becoming a knight? Can you even do that if you're leading your house?
No. I have dreamt of obtaining knighthood and defending the king ever since I was a little girl. But I'm afraid it's not meant to be.
And none of your siblings have crests, do they? Isn't there anyone who can take the title for you?
My eldest brother says he is willing to do so if necessary. After all, the decision comes down to what the family and the heir want. Usually, leadership passes to a child with a crest. There have been exceptions, as I mentioned before. Even so, it is the duty of every kingdom noble to take up their relic in defense of their people. Not to mention, my father is not the only one who wants to see me in charge of the house. The citizens of Galatea are hoping for the same.
Huh. I'm not sure I really get all the politics behind it, since I wasn't born in the kingdom. But wouldn't you still be able to protect the king, even if you ended up a count?
I am not sure I follow.
Sorry, I can explain some other time. There's a story about a mercenary I'd love to tell you.
Excuse me. Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Do not strain yourself unnecessarily, Flame. Leave the hard labor to me and rest as you see fit.
I am perfectly capable of performing work such as this. Thank you very much. We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Let's do this, Ash.
We can do anything we put our minds to. Let's show our friends the power of teamwork.
This is all thanks to you.
Oh no, I should be the one thanking you.
We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
Counting on you both.
Yeah, we've got this.
Let's go.
We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
You shouldn't be troubled by such menial tasks as these, Your Majesty. I suggest you rest instead.
Work like this will help me stay sharp when I need it most. Besides, you're here to help lighten my burden.
We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Let's get to work, Sylvain. You do have a work ethic, don't you?
I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I guess I won't be slacking off today. Is anyone really surprised? Nice work, Ingrid.
You as well. We did even better than I expected.
We all must do our fair share.